What is up, my gamer nation? And look at all these Cartoon Network shows. Ooh boy, I bet some of you grew up with these shows. Some of you probably didn't. Some of you probably watched stupid PBS. I'm just joking. I watched PBS too until I was like 12. But I have revisited all of these shows, at least one episode. And so, off of my knowledge of some shows I've seen all the way through, and some I've only seen one episode of, I'll let you guys know what I think is either stinky or the best of all time. So, let's get into this tier list. So, starting off, I'll start off classic. I'll do classic. Dexter's Laboratory. That's a solid B tier show. Um, Not much else to say about that. That's probably very, very controversial, but, but, I'd have nothing else to add. Johnny Bravo, another classic, goes right in the B tier. And speaking of another classic that's going to go in the B tier, the OG Powerpuff Girls. All these shows are almost the same show, just different characters, if you think about it. Johnny is like him, and he's like all three of them combined. So, but what's stinky about these girls is their reboot. What? That's stinky for me. Yuck. The reboot, it sounds like yuck. And you know what else is very yuck? And that I'm looking at right here? Freaking total drama. Ama. Ooh boy. This show should have never have left the lab. She should have kept that one in the cooker. Am I right? I know I am. Don't even gotta ask. Okay, let's see what I'm looking at here. And what I'm looking at is some pretty good shows pretty much left over. There's not much else stinking up the joint. And I'm sorry if I missed out on any of your guys' favorite shows. Mighty Magiswords is a D tier show. The one redeeming characteristic of this show is that there's a bunch of different types of swords. But the characters actually don't even remember their names. Not my favorite characters. And then Teen Titans Go also belongs in the D tier for for why did you dick down the old Teen Titans? They were so much cooler than you. Like really. But there is a couple episodes that aren't bad. I gotta give it to them. There's some that make me want to rip my eyeballs out and throw them in the trash. Moving on. Let's see here. What else do I got cooking in this oven? Apple and onion is cooking in the oven. It's there's some witty jokes. It's not like ooh wah ha ha ha, ooh wah type of laughing I'm gonna get out of it. But it's if you have nothing else to watch, turn on an episode and it won't be bad. I'll put Unky Gramps in the C tier. By the way, this should definitely go ahead of that. And this is the bottom. Unky Gramps is like, whoa, these two shows cannot be further apart. This one's like, whoa, I'm just an apple, and he's just an onion. This one's like, oh my God, I'm your uncle and your grandpa, and I'm gonna go to every single universe there's ever been, and I'm gonna shove my bazooka into my bag and pull out a freaking bazooka, and that's not even that crazy for what happens in the show. And my freaking my pizza talks. Like what? Too crazy. Moving on. I don't do any of the Ben 10 remakes or nothing, but the OG Benison Tennyson is a solid top of B. Yeah, I'll do A tier. I'll give it A tier. It's really good. Come on, who am I kidding? That's pretty good. So then let's get rid of some of these bears. We Baby Bears. I feel like it kind of killed the Bears series, but it's animated so good. It looks so good. And it's like if you want to just watch the cutest show ever, it's like, "Oh, wow. I can't. They're so cute." That's what you gotta watch. But We Bear Bears, now that's an A tier show. Oh, the talk they The chemistry between those bears, Panda Bear, Grizz Bear, and Ice Bear, is unmatched. Speaking of unmatched, these cool kids from the next door are going into B tier, so actually they are matched. That show is so overrated. I've actually seen the entirety of this show all the way through, and it's just like, wow, they're kids. Wow, they're spies or whatever. I don't even care. Moving on. I don't know, I might be a little bit of a guy, but I think Billy and Manny's a little bit of a B tier because I haven't seen that many episodes, so don't come at me. But from what I have seen, it's like kind of gross out humor, which is not my forte for the most part, and it's just too gross. And look at his nose. But someone's nose I could look at is the Flapjack's nose. Ooh, boy, that's a funny show. I like the whale. Moving on, Craig of the Creek, I'm looking at here. That is a pretty good show. I'll do above We Bear Bears on Craig of the Creek. Some nice, just casual fun. And I'm gonna do Clarence right behind Craig because this is it's like the Craig of the Creek is like the good version of Clarence, but in my heart, I still have feelings for Clarence because he's pretty much me. If you look at him, I pretty much look like that. I'm pretty much Clarence. My whole life pretty much overlaps with his life. It's pretty crazy. Oh, getting off that side tangent. Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends. This might be a little bit controversial, and I'm kind of filling out the B tier here, but this show is B tier. It's it's cute again, but it's like, sorry if that was weird. Moving on, I'll do Scooby-Doo. I don't have all the Scooby-Doos, but like whatever the best one is, that's the one. So what I'm looking at here, we got left is a whole bunch of good shows. And so my next good show is probably Steven Universe, A tier. It's good, jolly old fun. It is jolly fun, I'll say that. But I I have not seen all of the future episodes, so if take some points off for me, if you will. But I have seen up to the movie at least. And it's like, oh, you're just gonna forgive the bad guy by making up? Go, I want to see death. I want to see destruction. But there is some very cool concepts. I like it when they get a fuse. And my one of my favorite animated episodes of all time is Jailbreak or whatever that episode's called, when they escape the ship and Garnet sings their little song and they beat up and the Jasper. Ooh, that's a good episode. I gotta revisit that sometime. Moving on. I got Total Drama Island behind this. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Total Drama Island, it's very good. It's a very good show, but not one of my faves. But it's very good. It's very good. Next, I got Chowder is below this and ahead of these, but below behind. Okay, some complaints about Chowder. Now, this kid's voice, oh my God, it's so annoying. I can't watch it very long. It's so annoying. And another con, it's probably just me, but it makes me like motion sick because like their patterns and their move, it trips me out so bad. But pros, oh boy, it is so colorful. Like it's fun to look at. It is so fun. And it's fun. It's just fun times all around. I just can't watch a lot of episodes in a row. So next I got some pretty classic shows here. And I think I'll do Infinity Train next. I'll put that at the bottom of A tier. I've not caught up on the newest season. 'Cause I'm pretty sure they took it off HBO Max because whole thing, I don't know, it's messed up. But what I have seen of it has been really good. I've seen all season one for sure. It's pretty good. There's a train and it's infinite. Like, what more could you want? It reminds me of the one episode of Adventure Time where there's an infinite train. And so it's like the whole show is based upon that. Moving on, I'll do OKKO, top of A tier. Very good fun. I I have a special place in my heart for OKKO, and the more serious episodes are some of my favorite episodes and ever. And the cast of quirky, cool characters is nice. I like that. Next, we got Gumball. Gumball first S tier show. Gumball, who was so many good characters. Elmore is so lived in. It's so vibrant. There's so many different styles of media that is used in the show, and it's just so show. Oh wow, Gumball, Darwin. Oh wow, what a good duo. But moving on into the next, even better duo is these two kids from Over the Garden Wall. I like this very short series, like eight. I think it's eight, but it's like one of the darkest shows Cartoon Network's ever aired, and I don't know, and it's very good. It's short and sweet, very good. I need to revisit sometime. Next, we got Teen Titans. It ends on a cliffhanger, but that's okay. It's so good. They're heroes. They're fighting. They're teens. They're titans. My favorite's Raven. Moving on. Next, these are my four favorites shows that have ever aired on Cartoon Network. And let me get my least out of the favorites out of the way here. We got Courage the Cowardly Dog, top of S tier. Oh, scariest show ever aired on Cartoon Network. It might be the darkest too, but they're definitely the scariest. Oh, every episode made me pee my pants. I still do to this day, and I'm 17 years old. Not I'm. How old am I? I'm somewhere between 20 and 15. I know that for sure. But oh boy, it is scary. Still pee every day. I'm like between 20 and 15 as previously stated. Oh, I'm just so scared I can't even triangulate my speech anymore. So I gotta move on fast. Next is Ed, and Eddie. Ooh, ha, ooh, ha, ooh, ha, ooh, it's so good. Oh, these are wacky kids. Ooh, Ed is so wacky, and Ed's so wacky, and Eddie. Ooh, don't get me started on Eddie. Oh man, looking at what these kids do on that cul-de-sac is undefeated. But regular show or Adventure Time? Who is gonna take home this belt? We got show, we got Adventure Time. We got Finn, we got Mordecai, we got Jake, we got Rigby. Bunch of parallels between these two shows, to be honest. The duo dynamic is strong in bofa. That's why you gotta go for with only one. Regular show is top of S. That means Adventure Time is my favorite, the best Cartoon Network show ever. Oh, don't get me started on either of these shows. They both mean something to me very special, especially Adventure Time. When I was younger, between the ages of 5 and 15, or 5, between the ages of 1 to 50, I've watched these shows. And Jake the dog, Finn the human, going on adventures in the time. Oh man, especially the later seasons, and it gets like, oh, don't get me started on Hall of Egress. That episode is like, oh, ha ha ha, hee hoo ha. But Mordecai and Rigby, they're like, oh, today I'm just working. And then Benson's like, get back to work. And then a whole explosion happens, and they all died. Um, So this is a pretty good list of what I'm looking at here. I hope you guys enjoyed my tier video. And let me know if you have any video ideas in the comments below. Let me know if you want to subscribe by hitting the subscribe button. That really helps me out knowing that you wanted to subscribe because you did it. Like and subscribe if you want, if you like to. No, like. Oh man, I'm just scared about the dog. I gotta go.
Hey guys, I really hope you enjoyed that video, and if you did, please go watch another. Please.